I can't complain about any opportunity I've been given over my last 9 years at Shaw TV. I've worked red carpets, I've interviewed celebrities, but right now I'm feeling something different. This is a weird, like, brotherly pride. This is a pretty cool moment for me. 8 years ago was the first time I met the members of local band, Saskatoon band, I guess Vancouver band now, One Bad Son, and it was at this house right behind us. Thanks for tuning into Shaw Arts and Entertainment. I'm Curtis Anderson outside today with 2 of the 4 members of a local band, One Bad Son. Relocated to Vancouver, signed with a label, you just came back over the Thanksgiving weekend, tore the house down at Louis for your CD release party back at home. Where do you start? When was the last time the 4 of you stood on this property?
I think last time the 4 of us were here, we weren't standing.
Yeah. I think it was at 2 in the morning and we got a notice, like, get out of the house.
Actually, that's true.
Yeah.
Last time we were here, we did a midnight move out.
You got...
Yeah, so we got...
left in the night.
I won't say we were kicked out, but we were urged to move quickly.
Yeah.
Ended on a positive.
What's going through your minds being back here on this property, Kurt?
Well, we were joking earlier, but I'm kind of serious about it. We see that it's for sale. You can see the sign over there.
So the new plan?
If we chat with our label, if you people keep buying the album, we might just have to buy this house back. We thought we're making like a kind of a shelter for young kids, the rock and roll.
Yeah.
Which is what it was for us.
Well,
basically, it was basically a shelter for poor rock and roll kids.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on?
Welcome to the house of rock and roll. Come on in.
We feel really lucky. We really do. But the funny thing is, when we were all in here, we all knew that something great was going to happen. I mean, there was just such a brotherhood from the beginning, and that's what we did here. I mean, all we did here was write. Just we get together, write, jam, and it was so cool to just be the 4 of us under one roof. I don't know if I should say this, Hicks, but this is like the womb that birthed One Bad Son.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Hey, we're One Bad Son,
and you're watching Shaw TV.
We probably did half a dozen interviews up on that balcony. We did one in the tunnel at the U of S. We did some on location at the bars you were playing at. We did one in somebody's backyard where you had the TV stacked and we were awkwardly passing a single mic back and forth. Like,
yeah, it feels weird. I mean, I sort of came around, my infancy in the band, keeping with the birthing metaphor, really occurred at this house. And yeah, it's been, I've been lucky to grow up with some pretty good bros, and so it feels pretty good. It feels really good.
So Saturday night, you're looking off out into the crowd at Louis. What are you seeing?
Tons of fans, which was, I mean, we started out as every band does, right? I mean, your friends are coming out, and you know, and then over the years we started getting a fan base, and then moving to Vancouver. I mean, you know, we're getting a fan base out there, but it's so cool to come back, and yeah, your friends are here. You know, our friends have always supported, but it's great to see like Saskatoon fans, like One Bad Son fans, and a room full of fans.
Yeah, big packed, and there's always a little bit, you're like, oh, we're coming from Vancouver, do they still like us in this town? And just to see something like that on Thanksgiving, like, it was a highlight for One Bad Son, I'd say.
I think that they understand, I said on stage, and I mean it, is that, you know, we're going to go all over the world. That's our plan. I mean, as a musician, that's what you want to do. You just want to keep going and going. And it's not about where you live, it's about, you know, what you're taking with you. And we take Saskatchewan with us. You know, everywhere we go, everybody compliments us on our work ethic and all that. And it's funny because that's just what we're used to, right? I mean, coming from here, that's what you do. You work hard and you just keep your head down and make things happen. So, you know, we take Saskatchewan with us, and Saskatoon especially with us wherever we go. So, you know, we are like the little Saskatchewan connection in Vancouver right now, you know?
It's funny you mentioned the word work ethic, because we're still kicking out stripped down episodes, which, you know, you guys have been on a full band. You did a solo episode, and at least once a week somebody asks me, you know, oh, you know, how do you make it? How do you make it? And I say, model yourself after One Bad Son. And that's honest. I'm being honest. I was like, you know, you never heard any drama about you guys. You guys never, ever looked down on yourselves, and you just kept fighting and kept the journey, and you took risks. You moved out to Vancouver, and here you are. So do you guys have any advice to the local bands watching this right now going, man, good for those guys?
Well, I mean, talk about, you know, looking out at Louis and at the crowd, I mean, when we started off, I mean, we played to fairly small crowds,
Yeah.
right? Like it didn't start off like a packed house every time. So, I mean, you got to just work your ass off and not take any fan for granted, right? And not take any break you get for granted. So it wasn't always this easy, you know?
For a young band, I think you'll know right away, like, as soon as Granny joined, we knew we were more than just a band. It's like part of your family. Like, every band that makes it says that, but it's true. Like, if you don't get along and can spend every minute with these people, like, it's not going to happen. So I think that's the biggest thing I'd say if you're in a new band. You're going to know if the members are going to work or not pretty quick.
And I hope nothing happens to this house because it's kind of my backup plan when Shaw TV fires me eventually. I'm gonna get a bus and do like local tours of famous houses. So I got this, and I know where Teresa Sakerka used to live, and that's it. that's $10 a ride right there. That's
a bargain, man.
it really is.